From across the way, you'd come away with the idea that it's a horse, two horses pulling a log. As you get closer, you discover that it's made out of some interesting things.
The sculpture is called Two Bits by artist Greg Congleton.
My intent with this sculpture was that you discover it in layers.
Upon closer examination, there are a few familiar steel objects strategically placed.
How is it that this one is a female and that one is a male? You notice that his bridle here is plain and she's got bling on hers. I've got my hand on a steel trap here, leg hold trap. She's got a mind like a steel trap. We got a cast iron skillet up there. We've got an old antique sewing machine in here. Then we go a little further back and we've got a whopping 1.5 horsepower Cushman Husky gas engine. Well, that helps to explain why she's snorting and working a little harder. He's got a gas engine in him and she doesn't. Well, that's good for the early going, but if the statistics are to be borne out, sooner or later he'll be out of gas and she'll still be going strong. Now you notice that he's got his mouth closed and she's got her mouth open. I think God probably gave her more things to say than him. In fact, she's probably telling him right now, are you listening to me? Have you heard a word I've said?
The Two Bits design celebrates the early 1900s when the two large mills, Shevlin-Hickson and Brooks Scanlon mills, were running on this very location.
The mill, one of these two mills, would have possibly cut this log into 2x6s and 4x8s. If you look inside, you see this old vintage McCulloch chainsaw here. It's just kind of poetic justice that a chainsaw that's cut down so many trees is just kind of wound up inside one. And the closer you get, the more you realize there's actually some stories going on here. And these found objects take on a whole new meaning in some of the ways that they've been placed in there.
Interpretation of artwork is up to the individual viewer. Greg's personal interpretation has a spiritual underpinning that has to do with partnerships and being bound together with another person.
One of the layers closest to my heart would be the notion of two horses being linked up side by side, yoked together, working toward a common cause and doing this work together. And it's extremely important that they be in agreement about where they're going and what they're doing.
Learn more about Greg Congleton and his bronze and steel sculptures at gregcongleton.com.